Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm always your page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, community live on YouTube. Well, folks, we got a busy weekend. We have a couple of shows popping up. One show, it's going to be a pay-per-view, and that is the Toronto Super Show. And we have here coming up Saturday is Omaha Pro. And it's the only show where you just only have one division as women's physique. It has some divisions before. I think they had women's bodybuilding, men's classic, or men's physique. I can't remember. But now it's just slowly, but for the last couple of years, it's been women's physique. And if you pay attention to what's been going on, the promoter of the show he has kicked out women's physique from the St. Louis show, another show he promotes. And he says, based on the number of competitors for this show, there was a chance that there was women's physique was going to kick out of this show. And since this is like I said, the only division of the show, probably swap it out for another division, like maybe wellness or figure or bikini. So this is a good lineup. We have at least quite a few ladies on here. Some ladies making their debut. Some ladies who competed no more than about a few weeks ago, during the season. And I'm impressed. Omaha's been around for quite some time. And I would say, usually you see a lot bigger numbers, but like I said, because it gets close to summer, some competitors want to jump on the shows that are more convenient for them, a lot easier for them. But like I said, this is a good lineup, and congratulations, ladies. They came out and really showed out. First off, we have here is the lovely Miss Natalia Bystrova. I'm a fan of this lady. She follows me on my IG, and I've been following her for quite some time now, since she made her pro debut back in 2023 at the Romanian Muscle Fest, where she won her pro card both in women's bodybuilding and physique, and was fourth place in the open show for in the pro show, making a pro debut in no more the day after getting her pro card. Then it was no more than about a few weeks ago when she made her won her Olympic qualification here in the United States in Shreveport, Louisiana at the Ultimate Classic. At can be 55 years old, probably one of the oldest women to win qualification for Olympia. And then now she's here this show in Omaha. It was just no more than a few days after the Ultimate Classic that she jumped over to Omaha. So wish her best of luck. Next up, a lady who also competed at the Ultimate Classic is one Miss Susan Graham. Now, Miss Graham last year was very close to getting Olympic qualification. It was at the Legion Sports Fest where she took second, and she was very close. I think the female body we call her Abzilla. She does have measures abs. I think abs is the best, is a centerpiece of a great physique. And there's quite a long list of women that have following bodybuilders that have great abs, and she's one of them. So if depending on what she brings in the conditioning, whatever she feels might help her, you never know. The judges might have a different look. As you saw Sharon Hinton, who won the New York Pro no more than about a month ago. There's a good chance that she might win the show. Next up is a lady who competed in New York Pro from Honduras. Is one Miss Nadia Hernandez, and she's did pretty good. She was top 3 at the New York Pro. I think it was at least about, I think it was 8 competitors, 9 competitors this show, but still making top 3. She competed before at shows like St. Louis and a couple other shows. She's also a coach and trainer. I've seen her get an interview with her man Glenn. But like I said, she could be also a runner-up for probably the top spot. Next up we have here is one Miss, I got it, let me get my name right, Carrie Hughes. And I believe this is her second year as a pro. I don't have much information on her because, like I said, trying to catch up with a lot of these women. And I think she's been to Pittsburgh Pro from last year. And I think that was her pro debut, I believe. Next up, we have a lady to have a pleasure interview, and that's Ayla Nova. As you know, Ayla turned pro back in 2022, and she took some time off to really grow and develop. And this is her pro debut in 2024. Great lady, very passionate about the sport. She said she wanted some time off to really make some things right, put things together before she make her pro debut. And she's planning on doing some more shows. She doesn't wait to tell me later on what shows she's going to do, and I'll post them on social media. Me and her are still in good contact. I think she has a good potential to grow and develop as an athlete in the sport of bodybuilding. Next up, we have Miss Stacy Lewis, and I think she competed last year at Omaha. She's been a pro for about a couple years now. Like I said, don't have much information on her, but I hope I reach out for an interview. Maybe I get to know her a little more about her. Next up, we have one Miss Katie Nyland. Now, Miss Nyland also competed at the Ultimate Classic. I believe she was a top 5 contender at the show. Yeah, I think she was number 5 because I think it was 7 ladies. Because you remember, it was originally 8 for that show, but then one lady had to drop out because she got sick, so it left up to 7, and she was number 5. Impressive. So I think she has a look that's I don't know. Where physique division is going, she might could do well in figure. It's just I don't know. It's just up to what the judges say on how to critique. Next up, the lady who had the pleasure to interview on my channel, the lovely Mrs. Haley Storm Perry. Now she took, actually took, she took fifth. I think no, she took fourth at the she took third at the Ultima Classic. I'll be sure because I think Donna Jones took fourth, yeah, and she took third. And she's been, she last competed back in 2022. Took 2023 off. I mean, we did an interview a while back where she was planning when she compete. She said she would do 2024. Haley has a president physique, classic lines. She's one of those women that I think they want to see more in women's physique, but maybe she might have potential for a figure. Like I said, if she don't really grow and get more size, how physique is going, that might be a vision that might work better for her. Next up here we have a lady who just turned pro no more, I think about a month ago. This is one Miss Callie Perella Collar. If I got her name wrong, I want to apologize. She turned pro over in the Junior USA's. It was in South Carolina. And she has a present physique. I think she has a lot of potential. I've been reaching out to her. And maybe once she's done with the show, we'll get set up for an interview sometime. Especially this is going to be her pro debut. Just turning pro no more than about a month ago. And now making a debut here at Ultima. Next up we have here is one Miss Madina Profess. If I got a name wrong, I apologize. I believe she's from around the Caribbean, St. Martin's. I believe she turned pro last year and then made her debut also at Omaha. So this is not a new show for her. So this is gonna be her, I think, her second year as a pro. We have here one Miss Justine Threadgill, and she's been competing for quite some time. She last competed at the Atlanta Pro. She reached out to me, so we're hoping to try to set up for an interview soon and get her story out. Next up, we have another lady I have interviewed. This is at least about 3 women on this list that I have interviewed, and that is one Mrs. Sylvia Tran. Miss Tran is from the great state of Texas. She's also a police officer. She works for the police, but she is technically a police officer. She's a mother of 4 kids. She's also she's a client of Andrew Vu. Andrew Vu. He has Teresa Vasic, Jessica Reyes Padilla, Ashley Jones, Evie Rain. He has a long list of women. And also, a lady who we just interviewed a while back, Maria Monica Vega is one of his clients. She's kind of tall, I remember she did an interview with KL, and she mentioned that she's like about 5'10", and I think it's been at least about a year or two since she turned pro. So let's see how she does this show. I mean, this is her first show. And last we have here is Winston White. As you know, 2022, Winston White qualified for the Olympia. And she did compete in I think a couple of shows last year, I believe. And she last competed at the Atlantic Coast Pro, which she took. I think she was a top 5 competitor at that show. And she was a show that Natalia Coelho Abraham did right after the Olympia. But like I said, I was there when she won her first qualification at Savannah. She's a very impressive lady. Great physique. She's a proud citizen of the Brooklyn Zoo, as you might say it. Been in contact with her before. Maybe sometime in the line we might do an interview. But I know she interviewed with my man KL and also my man David from the Female Body Forum. But like I said, depending on how she comes in, she could be a top 5 competitor. Now, one lady who competed the show last year, I was hoping to see her, is Oksana Pari. And Oksana, as you know, she's from Russia. She was, at one point, was on the list for the Masters Olympiad last year, but I remember there was some situations, and I think mostly because she's a Russian, she couldn't go to Romania or something with her visa. But like I said, she competed the show. I think she's top 5 competitor last year. I've been following her. She looks pretty good. She's planning on doing a show, I think, in another 5 or 6 weeks. But I think from what I've seen from her, I think she could have jumped on this show and done pretty well. But like I said, I'm not a judge or expert. I'm a fan, and I think Oksana has a great physique. Now, one woman who's not doing the show, she's not competing at all this year, is Emily Sherbert. And Emily, I think somebody sent me a video where she has announced that she's planning on switching over to women's bodybuilding. And I think it might be a good move for her because the way she's growing and developing, and then there's more opportunity for maybe Olympic qualification in women's bodybuilding if there was more shows. One thing will help will be more shows for women's bodybuilding. The promoters, I'm saying, I understand it's about the money thing, but you have athletes now going up to women's bodybuilding. There will physique, and I think it'd be more opportune to open more shows for these women, especially what, I know Jackson Tone pushed out women's physique because it was in 2022. He only had two competitors, and one was Danielle Willis, who competed and got her first Olympic qualification. But, if somebody out there, like I said, guys who are fans of the sport, hey, if you can come together, pay the sanction fees, or, also put the prize money, these promoters will happy to help as long as it's not money out of their pocket and someone else will take care of it. So like I said, Ultima is going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a pro-am show, meaning it's a regional qualification for nationals. It's going to be, I think, around about, I think, is Nebraska still on our time zone in the East, or it's closer to the Midwest? I think it's the Midwest. So it's like going to be, I think, 11 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock theirs, I believe. Since I said again, there is no pay-per-view. I don't know why this guy don't have pay-per-views for his shows. A lot of people, this is one thing. This is how you get money, because most people don't have the money to travel all the way to Nebraska. You can hire some AV club out of college. They can set up the pay-per-view. Kids didn't really know how to set this stuff with electronics and stuff. But I would say this: anybody who watches this video who is maybe in that area at Omaha or know any competitors, if you could send me some pics and some videos to my IG, it's in my it's the links in my YouTube channel. You can find it, and I would happy to be appreciative of it, because this show I did this with the Ultima class. I had to take bits and pieces here and there to find some videos, and it's hard to get it because we don't have a few people gonna be curious what's going on. So if you are there, if you can take pictures, maybe get some little video, something like that, share it with me. I will appreciate it, and let me know. I'll shout out you on my next live stream. So anyway, the show is going to be Saturday the 8th. It's going to be probably around about maybe 10 o'clock, maybe their time, and 11 o'clock Eastern time. So check it out. Well, you can't really check it out, but support these competitors, and maybe we'll see how the outcome's going to be. They're going to probably post some pictures on their links. So I'm gonna leave the links in the description that will connect to their social media platforms, so they should post pictures after the show. Anyway, this is me, always your page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.